Welcome to Sacred Cow Shipyards, where no ship is safe from being slaughtered like a cow. Alright, first off, I would like to go ahead and just say that I have discovered yet another way for my new audio recording hardware to do interesting and exciting things. I have no idea if this is better or worse than my last episodes. Like I said, I don't listen to myself. I go out of my way to not listen to myself. It is very annoying to have to censor myself because then I have to go back and listen to myself until I find the words that I said and then censor myself. So, yeah. I'm experimenting. If this doesn't suit you, I guess let me know. If it does, let me know. I'll figure it out eventually. Additionally, if you had missed the announcement on the YouTube community tab, we do in fact have a Discord channel now. Said Discord channel is only accessible by way of the Patreon system that has already been set up. No, you do not have to be a subscriber, you just have to make a single Patreon payment. Why? Mostly because I thought that you humies tend to value things you pay for more than things you get for free, but that hypothesis has already been tested and found lacking. So now I'm just kind of going with it. Anyways, if you want to talk with me directly or talk with your fellow ship haters, lovers, whatever, directly, yeah, go do Patreon stuff, get the link, join the Discord, do things. And now let's get on with the... Wait, hold on. I don't remember ordering a pool table of that size. Why are you delivering balls that are so very, very big? Wait, what? They're what now? Wait, you have documentation on them. Great. Let's take a look at that. Okay. What the fuck? So apparently I just got a whole shipment of these Romeo Bravo TAC 79, no joke, ball systems. Yeah, they're actually called balls because they look like, well, balls. The fuck is with you humans? And, well, I mean, no joke. They're approximately 13-meter diameter, well, balls. And they have this massive fucking cannon strapped to their, well, it's not a head because they're a ball, so they don't have a head. So I guess the cannon is just strapped to their top. And then they have these weird two manipulator arms sticking out of the bottom. And they're fucking balls. I mean, wow. Did someone, like, take a day off in the shipyard or something? And they're like, yeah, I need to phone this shit in, so we're just going to, like, design a ball and strap some arms to it and just, like, staple a fucking gun to the top and call it done? Because apparently that's what fucking happened. And, I mean, the funny thing is I'm not even actually joking that much. These balls actually started as, like, construction vehicles, like, maintenance vehicles, like the kind of thing you see buzzing around my particular shipyard doing fuck knows what, because I don't really care as long as they get the shit done. These things are just like worker craft, and apparently y'all humies encountered a situation where you couldn't actually build your actual combat vehicles fast enough or in as many numbers as you wanted, so your solution was literally to take a maintenance vehicle and just stick a fucking gun on the top of it and call it done. What the fuck? And the funny thing is, that's really all you humans did. And that is really the actual explanation for why that's all you did, is apparently the humans were being invaded by a massively superior force. The humans tried to build some combat vehicle that was analogous to what the invaders were using and was naturally way too complicated, way too expensive, and basically impossible to produce by its blueprints. So the solution was to literally grab the vehicles that were probably involved in building this massive monstrosity, strap some guns to it, and just send it off to die. I mean, I talked about in the last episode about how, like, strapping all the turds to something you possibly can is the most human thing ever. But really, strapping a gun to a fucking maintenance drone and sending it off to die is also pretty terrifyingly human. Y'all are weird. Because the sad thing is it's not actually a drone, it's actually a vehicle, and there's a squishy inside of this thing piloting it. And, of course, this thing naturally earned the moniker of a flying coffin, because fuck's sake. I mean, let me break down just how positively horrible this little ball thing actually is. It has thrusters on it, all good and well. They're solid propellant thrusters. They're pelletized solid propellant thrusters. Now, for those of you who are not rocket nerds, that might not mean a whole lot to you, so let me break this down for you. Rockets and thrusters by extension, come in basically two flavors: liquid propellant and solid propellant. Liquid propellant thrusters have this nice thing of being able to turn them on and off. You open up the valves, you let the fuel and oxidizer, or just fuel oxidizer combination, go into the combustion chamber, you spark it, you ignite it somehow, and suddenly you have thrust. And when you're done, you can just shut it off. The catch with solid propellant stuff is as soon as you light the solid propellant, you're on that ride until it's fucking done. There is no turning it off. There is just running out of fuel. So not only are we impressing a maintenance vehicle into military service, we are impressing a maintenance vehicle that has limited maneuverability and limited control into military service, and then still strapping a massive honking cannon on top of its not noggin, and hoping that that totally horrible lack of granularity will allow it to point the cannon in the right direction to get off a good shot. I see some flaws. Now, thankfully, as with all things that you humies produce, some of these detriments are offset by benefits. For example, that pelletized solid propellant thruster system is apparently really easy to refuel. In fact, the whole system just kind of pops off the ball, and they just stick in a new one that has all the fuel already installed in it. And the same thing applies for the cannon that was strapped on top of the ball. Since they literally just kind of bolted it to the top of the ball to quote-unquote reload, all they do is just undo the bolt, yank off the cannon, stick a new one on, and off he goes. So apparently this is a big win for the capital ships and larger ships that were mounting these little ball devices on them, because for quote-unquote normal combat vehicles in this particular universe, they would have to actually sit down and refuel them and sit down and rearm them exactly like you would expect a normal combat vehicle to be refueled and rearmed. You just stick a hose in it, or you open up a box and you start piling bullets in, or whatever the hell. For this thing, you pop it off, you stick it on, you pop it off, you stick it on, and off it goes again. I guess technically you kind of have to hose out the interior too in case the squishy inside got, well, squished, but I'm sure it's all vinyl or something, which simplifies that too. Although, again, as much as these things earn the moniker of the flying coffin, there is something to be said for using a construction vehicle as the basis for your combat pod ball thing. On average, construction vehicles are designed to withstand significant impacts, take significant stresses, and, well, be squished significantly hard if in case things went horribly wrong and suddenly they're under like a pile of debris or something. So, yeah, apparently the survivability of these things was actually not halfway bad. Mostly because they were small in comparison to the quote-unquote normal combat vehicle of this particular universe. They could move fast, if maybe not, like, controllably. And again, they were simply durable. Because again, construction vehicle. I mean, think about your, what are they called? Bulldozer type things, or dump trucks, or so on and so forth. Stuff like that. It is inherently durable. It is inherently strong. And if you were to maybe up armor your bulldozer, like I am told that one of your humans actually did once upon a time, they are a little challenging to defeat. So, well, shit. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be my first choice. I doubt it was your human's choice. But it does seem to have worked out okay, despite all of the deficiencies built into the entire concept of literally just bolting a cannon on top of a construction vehicle and running with it. Because that is just a fucking ridiculous idea, aside from, again, construction vehicles being durable, and, well, here we are going round and round again. But the funny thing is that, as it turns out, this did not turn out to be a vehicle that just you humies did because it was there and this was the way to do it. No. As it turns out, there's, like, multiple variations on this, like, ball with a gun strapped to its not head thought. No, yes, there's the original version that is just like the manipulator arm construction vehicle with literally a cannon strapped to its head. A 180 millimeter cannon, which, I mean, to be fair, is a decent sized cannon. But then there's the up armored version, which, well, is just more armored. And then there's the one that has like a double gun, because more gun, more better, more DACA, more better. And then there's, you know, the one that's supposed to be mine layer. That is not how I would design a mine layer, but you humans do weird things all the time, so we're just going to run with this. And then, hey, there was the one that's supposed to operate underwater. Well, I mean, again, construction vehicle, more durable than average. if it's a construction vehicle in space, it will probably survive underwater given the forces involved, blah, 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 so on and so forth. What the shit? See, the sad thing is I could totally believe that the RB-79 ball was a system of just emergency, of exigence, that this shit is happening right here, right now, and we need a goddamn solution to solve it right the fuck now, and that's fine. But apparently you humans held on to the idea even after you were actually able to produce the combat vehicles that you meant to produce at the very beginning. Y'all do understand the concept of a sunk cost fallacy, right? Just because you invest butt tons of money into this thing doesn't mean it's a good thing. It just means you invested a butt ton of money into it. Stop doing that. For fuck's sake, just stop. And that's all from Sacred Cow Shipyards. Please be advised that any ship left on the docks for more than 24 hours will be compressed to a cube. Have a nice day.